don't always like videos, but when I do, I always prefer Road Dog Crypto. Trade wisely, my friends.
My decision, this ambition, everything comes out bland. Look for mystery, if you kiss me, I'll throw my fist in the air. And I'll fight for what is right. You need to make your life feel pretty tight, yeah. All this distance, read my system, Lord, I wish it made sense. You're the difference between my wish list and me wishing it would end. So I'll fight for whatever right. You need to make your life feel like a really, really good time. I don't wanna let you down again. I don't wanna let you down again. I'd hate myself if I let you down again. Promise I won't let you down again. Like a sail or a kite, I'ma let the wind decide. As long as you are by my side, no, I'll be alright, no, I'll be alright. If I'm wrong, if I'm right, I'ma let the wind decide. As long as you're by my side, no, I'll be alright, no, I'll be alright. Swish, swish like a big fish in a petri dish. When you're leaning for a kiss, I feel like a king. I'll take whatever you're offering. I just wanna be in your company. This girl is indestructible. We can make love, come on, stone the bowl. This girl got a kinky comfort zone. Make her laugh, blow her nose, bubble. Like a sailor, a kite, I'ma let the wind decide. As long as you're by my side, no, I'll be alright, no, I'll be alright, yeah. If I'm wrong, if I'm right, I'ma let the wind decide. As long as you're by my side, no, I'll be alright, no, I'll be alright, yeah. I don't wanna let you down again. I don't wanna let you down again. I hate myself if I let you down again. Promise I won't let you down again. Like a sail or a kite, I'ma let the wind decide. As long as you're by my side, no, I'll be alright, no, I'll be alright, yeah. If I'm wrong, if I'm right, I'ma let the wind decide. As long as you're by my side, no, I'll be alright, no, I'll be alright, yeah.
Please fill my cup. Am I really asking for much? It's been a long week, I'm looking for fun. Please fill my cup. Find me under the sun. SOS, I'm just looking for a good time. Oh, 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 oh. And I'm singing like, whoa, oh, oh, oh. Lit check, been a minute, let me hit the homies in a group text. 10 years, same team, true vets. Got a couple trophies, but no chains on the neck. No, no. Got a couple Cardis, we don't flood with baguettes. It's a very small world, so my hand holds. Wake up, make the money, that's a man's role. Loyalty and love is what I stand for. Can't forget about trust, but first, please fill my cup. Am I really asking for much? It's been a long week, I'm looking for fun. Please fill my cup. Find me under the sun. SOS, I'm just looking for a good time. Oh, 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 oh. And I'm singing like, whoa, oh, oh, oh. It's the weekend, we've been working. I'll be posted, fireside. Yeah. Bring my boys in, bring your girls in. We'll be posted up all night. Yeah. Limited edition, not the regular one. We shut down the city like when presidents come. I am not a rookie, I'm a veteran, bruh. Promise I'ma take it easy later on. much, it's been a long week, I'm looking for fun. Please fill my cup, find me under the sun. SOS, I'm just looking for a good time. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, I'm singing like, oh, oh. SOS, oh, please fill my cup.
Damn, feeling lucky. How about more streets? Us two in these trees. Diamonds on my feet. Caught up in these talks. Circling my head top. Should've been more cautious. Now I got what I wanted. Many I've been here before. Made it out of 11 more. Like my phone Codex, so I can't stop. I want it all. Listen up, I'm calling you. I need you to tell the truth. Remember when you wanted to. Remember that I said was you. Cut you at the perfect time. I was watching it then. You know what you both do. But I can never be a friend. Got me reading between the lines. Girl, you got me so blind. You know what you both do. So I can never be a friend. And the men don't we kinda turn around, eat your greens. When you fight, but you do real clean. Then you come to the bed and you love real dirty. It's everybody sweater drops, you're real keen. Bring let me get your juiciest piece. Can't remember when I've had the same piece. The shirts
check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
had no boundary. How's it gonna be? You wanna eat these centipedes? Where we gonna go? You're gonna need these calories. Giving me a treat to refill these batteries. Then you only them on your knees. There's no way to dream. Ooh, it's sneaking up on you. There's nothing you can do. There's things about the boo. Ooh, it's sneaking up on you. There's nothing you can do. There's things about the boom. I lose control when you do it like that. Ain't got you love when I go mad. Got you at the perfect time. I was watching it then. You know what you both do. But I can never be a friend. Got me reading between the lines. Girl, you got me so blind. You know what you both do. So I can never be a friend.
Ship tech.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto Charts with Road Dogg. My name is Lane, and I am your tour guide tonight as we take a look at this market again. Come up with a better catchphrase, Road Dogg. That one's getting old. Shh. If you're new to the show, we just kind of chilled out late at night in this edition of the stream and look at the market, look at our favorite altcoins, let our Degen have a little fun. I'm trying to look for ways to make this life changing money. We go over the market, we go over trading tips, we ever get bits of wisdom, just this and that, free resources. It's all about you because you're the smart one in your family. You're the smart one in your community that decided to take that risk to jump into crypto at one time. You were looking like, what is this crypto stuff? Should I get in? Let me throw a little bit in there. Yeah. Congratulations for making that move. It can alter your life, get you out of the rat race, get you out of that weird dollar matrix that we've been stuck in. Just may not do it today. What's Bitcoin doing right now? We lost a trend line right here. Is that spelling trouble? Maybe. I'm really looking at Bitcoin dominance losing a trend line. That's sexy. I'm not crazy about total 3 over here, altcoins losing that trend line, but she's found some support over here. And the support looks kind of sexy. I got some coins to share with you today, man. Some of them we looked at before. Some of them are looking very interesting to me. Some of them might need a little bit more time. But it's starting to look like we might get a nice little pump out of small coins. I'm not saying that's going to last a long time. We got to give above $505 billion in the total 3 altcoin chart here for me to really feel confident that, hey, man, we're about ready to rock and roll. But there are definitely some really good projects out there at a really good accumulation level that might want to put you on the radar, put them on my radar, trying to figure out when I'm going to get in. So shout out to everybody here in the chat. I see Dave P in the house. How's it going, Dave? Let's bring the chat over here. There was more. Sometimes it just kind of gets stuck like right here for me and I can't see what's going on. We got Strega. Strega's in the house. Got Dave P. And we got Sam. How's it going, Sam? I always like to take a look at crypto bubbles to see what's going on. Top 100 coins right here for the last hour. Ooh, they got taken a hit. Monero right here at $118. I think it got delisted on an exchange. It's been having a little bit of problems over here in the daily price for what we got going on. I also like to look at this little watch list I've got. And all I did is just go over here to the yearly and pick out the ones that have been hot for a year. I see I've got to take maybe a few of them off this list. AGIX, are you on that list? We're talking about you tonight if I got time anyway. These are the ones that are up for the year. So it's good to put them in a separate watch list and then just trickle down to see which ones are strong for the month. These are coins that are probably worth looking at. Stride definitely was. So these are some possible ones to put on your radar and do a little due diligence, do a little research on. I don't think any of those are ones that we're talking about tonight, but we have talked about several of them. We got some cool ones to talk about tonight. First one, watch Bitcoin go down. I'm on the 1 hour chart here, man. What are you doing on the smaller time frames? On the 15, you're testing that 200 moving average. Are you going to keep it? Believe it or not, it's got a good chance to hold that, or maybe just wicking down here to this trend line that I've got, if it makes any sense. Does it make any sense? Yeah, it does. Short term might possibly see 42,745, or you might just bounce right here and see what's up. Overall, though, man, I told you, man, those thumbnails, you can expect some bullish ones, man, and there were. When you zoom out, which is what we should always do, zoom out to the daily. Nothing's really changed. It's still the same game plan. Since we lost this trend line, we're kind of in be cautious zone because it should drop. We lost this trend line, we're in a be cautious zone. It should drop. So we're in 2 very cautious zones. But what we're looking for is this red line, and then again at this white line. That's the red line's at 43,650. If we get up above there, hold that, we got a really good chance of completing this inverted head and shoulders pattern. It's not yet confirmed, but if it does confirm, then that's good news. That would turn this into a bear trap, putting us back above this white trend line, setting us up for a quick, very profitable move up to around 48, possibly up to 50. But those are the signs we got to see first. I'm not seeing it yet, and I don't see that it's going to happen anytime really soon. They may get bullish at the end of the week, is what I'm projecting, and get us really close, or maybe right up above it, and then leave us hanging on the weekends because that's what they do. And that's really what I'm kind of expecting. Bounce off the 4 hour 200 moving average. Yeah, we're good as long as we're staying above it. But still, I'm expecting some reversal around 44,000. So I do think they'll try the drive price there, take advantage of it. Should probably help altcoins a little bit, but I expect a pullback there, even if just a minor one. But we can assess that, whether we got some more upside after that. Let's get on to some altcoins here. So in the Telegram group, talked about Dimension and the airdrop they'd had. You know what's so cool about this? That the people didn't claim it, they clawed it all back, and then they gave it back to everybody that did claim it. I think this is better than the Unidrop or the Uniswap airdrop. I haven't found mine in my bag yet though. To the address, I haven't dug around. I put it to a weird address. You gotta do it for it's a Ethereum virtual machine address, right? Ethereum compatible address. So I got to go dig that out of the wallet, but they have been released. It went up. Oh my gosh, are you for real? What is this? According to this, I thought it went up just about $8. This says it went up to pumped up to $25. Well, I'm sure I would have been tempted to sell too. Oh my gosh. Wow. Could have sworn I had a calculator on here. Holy crap. My gosh. Well, if I had been on top of my game. Right now, from what we've got on these charts. Oh gosh. It appears that we've found some support here. I think I jumped ahead of myself just a little bit. Let's figure this little guy out. I think this is going to be a real cool project. That's the modular blockchain, if I remember correctly. Cosmos ecosystem. It's been a real hottie. We're below the 786 moving average. Do expect this to reach about 354. Maybe all the sell off from airdrops or something. Maybe just a natural finding a bottom, but 364 could come into play. If it does, that's a juicy price to jump in. I'm including all the price action and the wicks. This would be an 886 Fibonacci retracement, which is a bottom area. Good place to nibble a bag. All we have to go on are the small time frames, going into the 15-minute. You know, we're below our moving averages, suggesting that we can definitely get, you know, a little bit of a move down there. What else we got to work with here? We've got a horizontal support area. May hold. We're gonna flip that little guy on here. So great if 458 holds, but no guarantees. But it could be a buy area. What else can we do here? We got that. So now we got a trend line and an angle. Wicks to bodies right there. Seems to work pretty good. Putting us into Hey, we got to work with what we got, baby. What's that? Copy that line, bring it right back down. Let's take a measure move for this channel since we lost that channel. Where do you say that we can go? You say that we can go right down here. That is a measured move, so let's paint it as such. That's the wrong line. Measured move on my template there. Put a juicy little price label right there. Color in blue for measured move. 387 is what I'm getting for a possible measure move for this channel idea. That is not counting the wicks good. You know, there could be a little extra there. That would definitely pull us back down to this 886 area. So if I guess I put these in order, maybe that'll hold. This looks pretty juicy. That definitely looks juicy. It would suck to ride that down, but hey man, I got no risk in this, and you reached up here at this area at $25 before. That gives me hopium that you'll make it back up there, and I can be patient for some of these higher prices, baby. Dimension airdrops. If you're not staking Atom, Injective, Tia, Osmosis, and Kujira is doing some. you're missing out on a lot of cool stuff over on the Cosmos ecosystem. So, Dimension, the new kid on the block. Getting all the hype. I like it. I hope it's worth it. I believe it will be. As we see Web3 starting to develop, and I think they're on top of their game over there on Cosmos ecosystem. I'm very happy to be early in that. My first experience, I got, what happened? I got the Osmosis airdrop. Other than that, I just had 30 atoms staking at the time. I got a lot more stake now because, man, I was like, oh crap, they're really doing some stuff over here. Osmosis airdrop, man. Oh, that just kicked it all off. And I worked that baby, DeFi, everything. Amazing. And really, it's one of the few, I mean, I feel comfortable with the Cosmos airdrops. Some of these other chains and the airdrop notices you get and stuff like that, yeah, I get a little kind of skittish on them, to be honest with you. Here we are looking at Aleph. We were looking, identifying what we could, megaphone pattern. This broke to the upside, partial decline here, I guess you would say. Little volume there, rising price, falling volume. There's lackluster breakout, if you want to call it there. So let's kind of redefine this, make sure we're not missing anything. Man, that's solid though. From here. Now, if we go over here, we got this little guy that might give us a clue. That's up here in this area that we're heading to. That actually kind of makes some sense. There's just only 2 touches. To make a valid pattern, you need at least 2 touches on one side, 3 on the other. We've got that here. It is a valid pattern. It's starting from the first high we got here. We kind of just took the second high to the other highs. First we were here, got a breakout. I think that's where the original breakout was from, right? How's that look? Volume wise, a little bit of volume came back. This would actually make much more sense to me. A breakout here coming back to retest, you know, kind of these areas. But as you get more data, you know, feel free to adjust your charts accordingly. Look at this. Could this be possible? No neckline. That's not, no, I'm not liking that. A lot of people say, oh, it's an inverted head and shoulders, but for me, I'm a little bit picky because I gotta see a connection between all of them. I gotta see a solid neckline. But if you zoom out, you know, there is a bigger pattern that would encapsulate all those little smaller nitpicky patterns. And that's this, when we're looking at this megaphone pattern, which has 70% chance to break to the upside, we're going to take our, recalculate a measure move here. I like to go from one touch right on up to the top up there. Probably could do one right here. Take that right up here. It says about $2.88 out of Aleph Alephium. $2.90. Yeah, I can ride with that. $2.90 looks good. Could do a lot more too. That's just one area to take profit. Probably would bounce back. From what I see here, you know, work its way up, however, you know, ups and downs. But once it gets up here, maybe a pullback here and then higher to our next target. That looks pretty solid idea. I'll leave that up there just to see if it comes anywhere close to doing something along those lines. Route protocol. She took a beating, baby. She took a beating, but she got up to $9.98 before she did. All the way back down to this 200 moving average. I'm on a 3-day chart here. This is huge, people. Look how beautiful those moving averages are just spread out. What's beautiful? She may come back and retest this area at 299. She's at 387 right now. Let's don't put that off our radar. We want that one. Somewhere right around $3. Juicy buy zone by this time frame. Got across to the 9/21, so there is a little bit of downward pressure. Might be enough to get us back down there. If not, she's just going to hang around about 340 and above. This is pretty cool. Let's figure out what we got going on here. Pull the old FIPS. Look at that rounded shape there. Price went up into it. Then we got a scallop. Then we came back. You could say it made a little flag. You might even call this a cup and handle. It technically could be. And then exploded. That's what you want to see. It's the ones where the price comes down that everybody's calling the cup and handle. They don't play out as well as things like this do. But a nice rounded shape. The rounded bottoms pay the bills is what my first mentor said over and over. Hence, we honor that here on the show. And that's a nice area right here. We need to mark that horizontal area because below this is accumulation. We don't have a fib to pull to verify that because we don't have the price history, so we just got to go with what we've got. Swing low to swing high will tell us how far down we can go. Look at this 886 retracement area that we're bouncing off of. 287.5, technically what I've got here. If I straighten up my fibs a little bit, tune it in, about $2.80 possible. Could come down and tap that. Don't have to though. Don't have to, but we're in bouncing territory. Everything is saying route's getting ready to do something. It's getting ready to rebound. This rubber band has been stretched all the way down and it's going to snap back. Maybe not all the way, maybe not higher just yet, but it's going to snap back at least to the 50% mark by Dow theory. Charles Dow, the millionaire, multi-millionaire trader in the early 20th century. So where we get Dow Jones from that dude. He knows a few things. So if that holds true and we get a bounce, and I don't see why we would not. This is awesome. Why, that lets you moonbag, and this should be an actual fairly quick move to get back up there. So route is looking sexy. She looking so sexy right now. Road Dog going to add to his bags. Coming down on the 4-hour time frame, see what we got going on here below there. Ooh, looky there. I think so. Ooh, you went down to 301. You already nabbed it, baby. You already nabbed it. Now there is, you know, it made a lower low from here. Not from here though. Now I just got to play around a little bit, see what we got. You got any secrets to tell me? Oh, look at that channel there. Oh, it got rejected so far. Might bounce in this channel. Once it gets above this channel, though, it's a downward channel. Black is bullish. You're at 378. You come down to there about. I feel like you're about the price where I bought you at. Route? Now you made me feel like a sucker because I didn't sell you at $9 or something. Route? All right, I'm not going to take too much time on this. I will my little sticky note that I always forget about until I need to write something down on it. I'm liking this one. All right, so we see that she can go to 674. She can also just go right on back up here to this 618 area, about 729. Great take profit areas. This is good enough to put out as a trade, actually. Depending on how you're going to do this. If it were me, I would wait for a breakout above here. And this, oh, that's not it though. Our first target actually comes up to this 200 moving average right there, and that's a perfect strategy. You can put a tight stop loss, go in on this guy. even at around a 10% stop loss, which is pretty tight. But below the 4-hour candle that we have right now, so that's one key. You can go below the candle if you're on a bigger time frame. Go below the candle, like the 4-hour, go below it for your stop loss. If that fits, that strategy works out pretty good a lot of times, because if she makes a lower candle, I mean, it's probably not going to work out. The safest way is, again, to wait price to break out and retest. No guarantees that it will retest, but it should. Jump in there, and then you put a much tighter stop loss there. This one looks juicy to me for what was that 60% gains just up to here. At this price, you know, I'm not looking to trade. I'm just looking to add to my big old bags, because I think this one's got some serious damage to do. However, dang, we're at $10 and I didn't. It's because I've got this one on a wallet and not on an exchange, and so you kind of put them on the back burner in your head and don't play them as successfully. But it would have been nice if I could have took some profit anywhere up in this area, and then I could have bought back double the size of my bag. Could have doubled whatever I sold bag wise. Can't catch them all. But I wonder what the news is, or what happened to actually bring all the sell pressure down, because it just kicked in right here. It looks like it was just maybe just the TA just coming falling below this 400 moving average and doing a bearish retest, because that's not long after that they just said, oh, screw this, I'm getting out. I'm gonna check out Kaspa. Got the old Kaspa miner up. See how she's doing. Are you still logged in? So I was doing solo mining, and I did that for several hours, but then I realized, well, I mean, the halving already happened just now, so you wouldn't get the full block reward. And there's no guarantees. And I was thinking it's probably smarter for me to actually let it go in the pool and see how many actual blocks that my machine actually finds in those pools. Has not found one yet. So I don't want to sit around waiting for 3 weeks for it to find a block. That's the only downside for solo mining. Although they are saying that the solo miners are, you know, coming out a little bit ahead right now, or have been, than putting it into the pool. So I was tempted. But I figured it's probably smarter for me to just kind of get used to the machine. And so far, it seems like I'm making on an average somewhere around 14 coins a day. It was saying about 15 or 16, so that may turn around. Got 24 Kaspa from the miners. She looks like she's running slow over here. She was running really high. Average hash rate 206. Current hash rate 19. Oh, here we are. Now it updated 14.22 Kaspa per day. All right. I don't know. To get the amount of Kaspa that I have on my wallet, I calculated today at that rate, it would take me about 10 years to get that much mining with this particular machine if everything stayed the same. The thing about mining is that there's variables from what your machine can do, the hash rate, and what the machines cost. And let me just say Bitmain has got it down to a science on how to just really maximize their profit out of you. Or me. Kaspa, watching this little guy. Let's zoom out to the 8-hour, what we got going on. Had this little trend line there. Hoping that would hold. Let's, I don't want to have too much. I don't want to erase that, but. Okay, I guess I just erased individual lines. I was tempted to just wipe everything off. That trend line, that's a solid trend line. We fell back into the pattern, which puts us in danger of coming back down to this area about 7.3 cents, and that would suck. However, are we going to do that? So what I can see for Kaspa is she may try to test this trend line, may try to get back to 11 cents, 11.7, something like that. If she can break back above here, that's great, but that's usually not what you see happen. It's usually not. She may just be able to slow burn down. I think we need to take a Fibonacci here. She's at the 0.5 for this move from there. 200's coming up. Hopefully she can hold it, but I'm not seeing, I'm seeing probably something come up and then down. Let's see if we got any, let's see if Elliot can give us any ideas here. Elliot seems to think she's on the ABC correction and then maybe start up, you think? Elliot seems to suggest that this may be the end of the correction and maybe she's going back up. Let's, for a 5. Oh, okay, I thought that was her 5, no? Yeah, so you're giving me two different things, Elliot. You're giving me two different things here, an orange one and a blue one. The orange one says it's an ABC, but the blue one says, no, we're still in a 5 wave. Elliot's arguing with himself. I don't even get a chance to argue with him on this. He can't even make up his dang mind. Elliot, you're fired. So pattern-wise, we just see this control, copy. Why are you not grabbing that? You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Copy. Thank you. Thank you for cooperating with me. Partial decline here on this area. That's usually what you see before you get a breakout out of a channel. So maybe Elliot's orange idea, blue idea. Maybe Elliot's onto something. I don't know. Yeah, actually, now here I am confirming Elliot. If that happens, you would come up here and that could be your 5th wave double top and then down. So, according to Elliot. Screw you, Elliot. I think you have a drinking problem. What was that? Shazam. All right, so let's keep an eye on that. Well, it can either go up or it can go down or it can go sideways. Nailed it. I like the partial decline idea. Let's see if that plays out. If not, man, 7.3 cents. I'm cool. If you want to go down there and scrap up some change, I'll buy you. I'd rather you see you go up to $4 though. That would really. I'm just throwing that idea out there for you, Kaspa. Nakamoto Games. Similar situation, right? Oh, looky there, 1.2 cents. Nailed it. 1.32. Nope, nailed it. Nailed this one more. All right, so a nice trend line, that major trend line. So when things start looking weird, man, go back to the beginning, draw that trend line, and look how well that works to help catch a bounce there. I don't see a lot of people do that. A lot of them get caught up about, you know, in the current price. When we had to go on the daily and just go back to our major trend line, our first one. So we can, that's still valid there. This one doesn't really matter anymore. We can get rid of that and keep this little guy to see whatever. It's not, I don't really think that one's in. We're back in this pattern again right here. So this is kind of irrelevant. We'll just clean off the screen there. So this is telling us that we're getting a bounce here, getting a nice W pattern there, a double bottom. To the upside, that's why they call me Road Dog Double Cheeks. $2.04, that could happen. Or we can look up here at $2.54. Yeah, the 027 play there. I wouldn't doubt that there's actually a bigger move playing in here, about 272. Mark that little guy because I don't want to let that little weasel get away. But Road Dog, you went past your target. Hey, I'm giving you the high ones. That's just so much fun. All right, come on, baby. What targets we got here for Nakamoto? I'd love to see you get back to around $3, Nakamoto. I'm just saying. I was hoping to buy you cheaper. You didn't go cheaper. But then again, I'm not complaining. Erase that dirty fib. Let's take some, narrow this guy down, put him in a dotted line so he won't affect our bias too much. Could you be possibly doing a much bigger megaphone pattern? Hell yes, it can, and they're fun to be in because they bounce off the sides, and this side keeps going up higher. Nakamoto might be doing something, baby. She may be doing something. And if you do these Elliott waves count 1, 2, 3, 4, there would be a 5. It may only. All right, let's play your silly game. Where can you go, Elliott? Or where can you go? Yeah, Elliott on that 5th wavy there. Yeah, I'm not buying that. I'll throw it up there, but well. No guarantees on this whatsoever, but really it should be this one, I think. Your biggest move should be your 3rd wave, which would be this little guy. Actually, if I was going to play it, it would look something like that. We got our eyes on 204, we got our eyes on 254, possibly 270. We'll reassess the situation as we get there, but it does appear that this trend line is holding and that trend line is now confirmed. And we can touch the top of it where the top of it may be on the next big run up. Come over to the chat, man. Trade Intuition. Hey, Joe, what's up, Joe? Late night TA, I love it. Guys, if you haven't checked out Joe, you need to go check out Joe's side. Let's give him another shout out over here. Joe was in the trading group that I was in. Now, the first time I was in it, I don't remember him. That's a while back. But when I started the channel, I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and join back the trading group and we'll take advantage of some of the setups and things like that and get, you know, get in the grind. Am I on YouTube? But Joe was brought on board, and man, I was thinking, oh my gosh, you guys are stepping up your game. You're actually getting somebody over here to actually teach this stuff and go and walk people through and teach. And Joe is gifted in that, I'm telling you, man. And I actually thought this trading group was doing the right, was really, you know, making a smart move. They deviated from that plan, kind of separated a futures trading group as a separate. I thought they should have just included it all. I mean, let's bring everybody, you know, adding value to what you're already selling. But now we got 2 products. That kind of, you know, put a damper on it. I saw no reason to continue my subscription from that. But Joe is a gem, let me tell you. Here we go, right here. And I'm subscribed. Trade Intuition. And it's at trade-intuition 260. Oh, you got some getting those more subscribers, Joe. I see them hopping over there. Hopefully, this will help get you a few more. Tom Crown could do a lot more. I saw that he mentioned you too, right? Or I saw that post. Tom's a good dude. I like Tom. Joe has got a knack for explaining this stuff, and I've even got videos featured in our Telegram group that have him explaining stuff. And man, I'm telling you, there's alpha there. The man knows his game. Joe, glad to have you here, Bubba. Just giving you a good old shout out there. I lost my chat though. Here we are. Check out DUSK. We've looked at that one recently and I liked it. I was putting on everybody's radar. Let's check it out. I haven't looked at it in ooh, look at that. World of Daily? My. Look at that. Here's double bottom. That's sexy. I gotta zoom out. So she's come right up to our 236 Fibonacci area where we, and I think that was our extreme one, right? That was from the top. So our accumulation zone, yeah, that's from the very top. Once she gets above that red line right there, man, accumulation is over. We're ready to start rocking up and working our way up to that 618 Fibonacci at 75 cents. Stops on the way, of course. And like I tell you, man, Fibonacci's are great target places. Just keep it simple. You don't have to make this complicated. Every one of those is a take profit level. And when you look back after you pull these fibs and let price play out, you look back and you go, that's amazing. It's amazing how price respects the fibs, man. Fibs are a godsend. So 32 cents is where we're getting a little bit of resistance. So we got to see what happens. What I like to see is for it to come up and flag out above it. Sometimes we might flag out below it, and it can be good, but it kind of puts us at risk to stay in reaccumulation for maybe coming down and getting a mutant woman that's got 3 cheeks. So if we can get up above that, so much the better. But I'm on the 3-day chart. But the measure move from this would take us, I've got 48 cents. Technically, you could extend that a little bit more and get a higher target. But yeah, DUSK is a hot one. That is, I think Tokenmetrics was liking it too, but I like that. Joe's on this game. He knows, baby. And lost my chat again. Where'd you go, chat? Right there. AITECH market cap. Let's see, I almost missed that. So, John, I sent you a message over on the DM. I've talked about this on my stream before. When it comes to growing my channel, and I'm still a small channel, what, 1,200. I was growing really quickly with the videos I was putting out. That got my subscribers up more, but it's harder to grow subscribers with the live streams. But man, this is the best way to get alpha. If you can get a following like this, I mean, you've seen some people on YouTube that do. Man, I think this is the best way to handle the market. Besides, I don't think people realize how much effort goes into the videos that we have to put out. Unless we skimp on production. I've done that sometimes. I just clip something from a stream. But I usually, put about 4 to 5 hours into a video, and you can only do so much. But on a live stream, man, I get lost in the charts and we just go on and on and on. I have trouble trying to get myself to stop. Speaking of which, I have to use my timer here. We started at what, 10:30? It's almost been an hour, for real? See, I try to keep my streams to an hour, but I can't. But there is a slower growth, but you do get more of a community, so it's kind of wild. So AITECH, let's check out that. Because, Solidus. Okay, I've heard Solidus. All right, now is that, I think I saw that, actually. Where are you? I've been really liking Tokenmetrics for analyzing some of these trader coin. Strong buy right now. It's hot for traders. Investors still at a buy. Usually, I like to check over here, see if they got information, and sometimes you find some really good ones over here on the valuation grade where it's up around 90% or more, man, where they're undervalued. 58% on tech. Okay, so we don't have as much over here. Let's go check out CoinMarketCap. We got juicy $25.5 million market cap. And lots of possible upside from that. Maximum supply is 2 billion. That's reasonable. As long as we're not in the hundreds of billions, that's when I started going, hey, now wait a minute. 1 to 2 billion or under, that's pretty much the norm now. So cool. Fully diluted, we have a $28 million market cap. Now, if we put all the coins out here and flooded the whole market with it, to maintain this price at around 7 cents, there would have to be about $110 million more come in and swallow all those coins up. That's what that says. All-time high for this guy was, where? 8.4 cents. That was 8 days ago, so we're still kind of the toppy tops. But remember, small market cap is just getting started. Let's find out a little bit more about this. It is on HTX.io, PancakeSwap, Mexi, Bitmart, BitGet. And I like to look these things up on CoinMarketCap because they actually tell me on the browser what it is, so I don't have to go chase it too much. Solidus has successfully constructed an environmentally conscious, state-of-the-art, high-performance computing HPC data center spanning over 8,000 square feet. This facility is strategically situated in a highly secure European location. In conjunction with this remarkable achievement, Solidus is poised to unveil the world's pioneering deflationary artificial intelligence token known as AITECH. This token will serve as a payment gateway for licensing artificial intelligence as a service, ALAS. Blockchain as a service, BAS, is accelerating HPC resources by their infrastructure as a service, LAS. We like OS, apparently. They like a lot of OS platform. Furthermore, Solidus intends to establish an exclusive marketplace catering to software developers, enabling them to launch artificial intelligence software applications for end users to license. That's cool. I gotta be honest with you, I was big on AGIX, but I'm not seeing much from them, man. It's making me want to really, I'm not as bullish on AGIX as I was. I'm seeing a lot of opportunity cost there. Not seeing as much on the roadmap that really impresses me. This is a little bit more impressive. So I am considering diversifying my AGIX bags as soon as we get to a nice little place. Interesting website is freaking awesome. You know, that's the number one fundamental thing to look for a good coin, the website. It's what you see a lot when fundamental analysis is done. So we definitely want to put on your radar. We're not going to dive into deep dives on this one, but you might want to take a look at the roadmap, take a look at the white paper, look at the tokenomics and everything. But this one looks kind of cool to put on your radar. Appreciate you for putting that on the radar, Joe. Let's see if we can chart you. AITECH, and I believe Mexi had that Solidus. Looky there. And there's a double bottom right there. Exceeded the measure move. Boom. She went up to her 127 fib, that magic fib that I love for predicting the higher high. Loves it. It's been a real game changer for me. That's why you see me talking about it all the time. I hope you guys are picking up what I'm laying down there, man. It can give you some insight that you might not normally see. This is totally uncharacteristic, but I'm just totally doing it because why not? You can play around with the rules a little bit, but try to stick to them as much as humanly possible for the best results. So by my Fibonacci strategy, when I'm using this level, that's usually a reversal area in my strategy. So this one may, and it's looking sharp on the daily being above the 9 moving average. Marcus Cypher's giving it the glorious green dot. MACD looks like she's coming up a little bit. Looks like she might be making another run here. If I had to guess, I'm going to flip on the Elliot's. The Elliot says you're wave through. Really? There. I would have went. Elliot, I would have went here. And I would have counted that as a possible 5. I'm still counting that as a 5 and a possible ABC. With the fib being a 127, I'm looking. It may come back up here and double top. I would be looking for that just because of what we got here with this higher high, and possibly when I come to situations like this, that's when I start coming and swing low. Take that as my swing high area. I start planning out a good place to jump in, which could be any of these little guys, depending on the pullback. But I gotta tell you, she looks pretty strong. Moving averages look really nice. Flirting with losing a trend line. It technically has. So that leads me to start looking in this direction too. So maybe a little patience, just seeing what it does. Because one thing is, if we do take a Fibonacci from here to the high, and we're above the 382 and we're still going up, she may surprise us and just blast off. So a bounce off of 382s usually can be a strong move. Well, we're watching it on the daily time frame, seeing if it will get rejected at that 236. If it does, we might see some downplay. It might ride on up here before it does something. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Then again, she may decide, screw it, buddy. I'm going to take off. I'm going to pull a bear trap, come back into this pattern, break up here, and go parabolic. She could. So we just have to take it day by day. It's not so much about predicting and trying to oh, we're going to go here by this day. It's just playing the probabilities, man. When you get hung up on trying to see a certain price or a certain thing happen, you get biased, and well, that can trigger emotions and make you do stupid stuff, and just you operate off of misinformation. I'm watching closely on the daily. It's recovered that 9 moving average. It's got a shot. If it breaks back up into this above this trend line, pay close attention for what the next thing it does. 4-hour time frame looks juicy. 200 moving average, we're holding above that. We got the 100 moving average bounced off it. Hey man, she might be rounding. Support resistance area. All right, so she might be a hot one. Joe may be onto something right here. If she breaks back above this trend line, you can take a chance and go hard. The beauty about a situation like that is if you do a trade setup there, if you see something like that happen that's not supposed to happen, maybe you can put a tight stop loss underneath this trend line, because if it comes back under this trend line, that idea is over. It's not going to happen. But the chances are getting slimmer of that failing once she breaks up above that trend line, and you can set it for a much higher target. Let's go ahead and figure one out. If she does that, where would you go? If that scenario were to play out, where would you go, baby? It's so gosh darn hard to tell, because we don't have as much price information there. I think what I would do is try to take just a fairly conservative measure move here and just kind of guesstimate wherever that breakout might be. So we're just kind of projecting, which is kind of sloppy, but might give us an idea. Maybe it could go at 14 cents, double from where it is now. But we got to see some certain things happen before that, takes off. I'm not going to leave that there. Somebody might think that I'm putting that out there as a statement, but if you see her right back in that trend line, some might even argue that it already has. Depends on how you do it. If you do it from the wicks, we're just bouncing off that trend line. That's valid technically. Gosh darn it, I'm leaving with that. That's valid, man. That's valid. So yeah, Joe. Gosh darn it, that's cool. Okay, so this same warnings still apply, even though it's rounding and everything. Be cautious up here for an M pattern for rejection. Possibly we'll have a little bit of rejection there. Okay, cool. Adjusting that trend line, by gosh, it can adjust your attitude, can't it? I do like to go by bodies. And I would say the same situation applies to, if you want to do it by bodies, look for a crossover of that trend line. If you're going on the wicks, just it should be a sign that we're still going up without too much hassle. So let's see. Joe says, I love doing live streams. No one knows the effort we do. Oh man. Yeah, that post-production stuff will wear you out. I started getting burned out a little bit. That's what I said. Website's nice. Trent said, posted through my process on your channel. Hey, I like that. Joe, if you I've got a chart room set up there. I've not been posting charts in there lately. One of my admins, Chris, has been posting over there. But if you want to feel like posting some charts over there and sharing your knowledge over there, it's a free trading group. I don't charge for anything over there. I got that old open source mentality. I think things should be freely accessible, especially for the new people that are trying to learn. And I don't know, my heart reaches out to those people that were in my situation where, $500 is a lot of money, and to put that in the market and try to change your life and really want to make that difference. I don't know, when I think of crypto, that's just who I see, and that's who I hope to reach out to, those people that are struggling, and that they can know that you can actually change your life with this if you just learn a few basic things. So I don't know. I guess I'm for the underdog, but I don't know. I'm just not into charging for trading groups and courses and things like that. I just like to share, and I think the proof is in the pudding. If I come out of this bull market poorer than I am now, then it's pretty apparent that I deserve what I got. All right, so SUIP. This is a Sui Pad. Oh, that was a good buy at 11 cents over there back in that day. Got to zoom out here. Too much noise on that chart. Ooh, nice rounded shape coming up there. Buy zone was down here 6 cents during that trade setup. Looks like we had another one here. I guess it's been a minute since we looked at this one. At 11 cents. Okay, that's where that target was. And I've got the target for right here, 37.5 cents. We're just, still making it up there. All these are take profit zones, just depending on when you got in, but nice rounded shape. Loves it. Let's see if there's anything else we can pull out of this. That was our accumulation levels. We broke above it. So next target, 23 cents. I'm telling you, the fibs will play out. What is that? 30 cents. And then the main one I'm shooting for is a 618 right in this area. Do remember when you're pulling the fibs and you're using them as targets, I mean, you might go with the exact penny that it says or whatever. It's going to be different for everybody on every different chart, every different exchange. But you got to treat this not as a precise point. You got to treat this as a zone, man. You got to give a little bit on both sides to really, if you're trying to make an actual sell here, you might want to front run it a little bit. Try to avoid even numbers like zeros and fives, like 5 cents, or even dollar numbers, things like that. Like I wouldn't go 0.37 even. I'd probably go like 36.68 or something crazy, front run it a little bit. Just keep that in mind when you're trading. Or doing measure moves too. It's not always, but it is dang impressive when it goes right to the penny, and you will see that more often than not. It's amazing, I'm telling you. All right, so I like still what we got for Sui Pad. Still looking hot, making our highs and higher lows. Did we look at it? I don't think we looked at it for anybody wanting to get in it, do I? I'm just on the 3-day chart saying, yep, it's going to go up. Let's go to the smaller time frame. 4-hour charts. So it looks like we're flipping this area pretty nicely. It's not as solid as I'd like, but getting a little. That's like a new trend forming right there. Short-term trends I like to play with just a little bit, see what I can figure out here. It's a nice little channel, and it's at seeking resist. It's got some resistance there and a pullback. On the 2-hour chart, 15.5 cents would be a good place to see if you can catch a buy. We're at 18.5 cents. I know it seems like it might not get down there, but look how it treats the 200 moving average on this time frame. I mean, you can definitely go at the bottom of the pattern. It's dipped down over here 4 times. Hopefully it will. That's about what, 15 cents right there? Between 15, 15.5, 15.7 cents might be a good place, in my personal opinion, to try to get in on this. If you're looking for some more upside, let's see what else we got. The buy zone, I guess that's out of date. And this is when I like to zoom in out. Establish our basic trend lines here. Could we be? Possibly be. Could we be? Price always travels in a channel. You just got to zoom out enough to find it. Could that be it? Maybe. We'll hang on at the time. We'll hang on to that idea. Also zooming out a little bit and connect these lines. So as it stands, the way I look at this, when I do this, this will be my line in the sand that if we break that, I'm probably thinking about getting out of this position. And then that last little trend line we identified, you could even narrow it up there. So if I get below this, I'm going to get out because we'll probably come down. This trend lines are very helpful. just to give you they're helpful to have a line in the sand, just as a reminder. Hey, man, if you come past this point, we got to talk. I don't know if I want to keep going on in the same direction you're going. We may have to part ways right now. Maybe we can meet up. We might be able to hook up later. I don't know. We can kick it again. But right now, all right, I level with you. I've been flirting with this other coin over here, and she's been treating me right. And I don't know. Maybe you got to step up your game. You ain't married to these coins, people. Ain't no contract. Woo, I likes it. She's looking hot. I'm not in it anymore. I'm thinking about getting back in it. She may be doing a little level thing here. Look at that. Look at a wick down here. What gets wicked often gets candlesticked, so they say. That gives us nice support that is liking. It's breaking above the 200 moving average here on what time frame? The 2 hour? Let's zoom out a little bit and take a look, see what's really going on. There's a lot of noise. All right, let's do this. It's like I'm just starting out. Like a virgin, charting for the very first time. Drawing my first line. La Fibonacci. All right, so to me, that sounded weird to me. To me, we're retesting this accumulation zone above that 236 Fibonacci area. That's 28.79 cents on this Binance chart on the weekly. So I take that as a good sign that, and 21 moving average is also there. We lost our 9 moving average, meaning that the 21 is probably the next one we're going to come down and touch and diddle with 29 cents. So you can be patient on this one. I think we come back down there. It looks that we have that good possibility to do so. Get a little bit of a bounce there and then work our way up to the 618 eventually, which is how I would personally play it. You can sell at 40 and at 49 and at 71 if you want. I just like to target those 618 areas, maybe front run it a little bit and buy back cheaper whenever I can remember that that's my game plan. Because sometimes I'm finding lately I'm getting distracted and missing some of those moves and I'm not liking it. So could we be in a megaphone pattern? Yeah, we could be. Could we come down here and flip this area for support and resistance? I'm counting on it. 29 cents. This trend line may give us a little prod. Okay, so the trend line's telling me that, hey man, you might want to look at 48 cents just to peel off a little bit because it'll probably get stuck up here. Trend line, Fibonacci line, they intersect. Confluence that, hey man, peel off a little there. That's what I'm hearing it say. You may hear something different. We did this right. If you want the opium target, I'm telling you, man, 127. I'm just throwing it out there. It's way in the future. $1.08 though, gives you something to shoot for. Because think about it. We come back to 29 cents. We come back up here to this target. Ooh, that's a moonbagger. I throw $500 in the woo at 29 cents. I can pull my $500 out at 58 cents without technically incurring a tax event. Check with your tax people to make sure that that works for you. Don't just say, Road Dogg told me, that's lock him up too. I mean, make sure, but you are taxed on your profit. If you pull out your capital, you did not profit until you sell that other half of that bag. Figure it out then at a lower tax rate. That's what I'd suggest. So let me nail home my moonbag strategy. If you can keep doing that and keep moonbagging, recycling your capital, pulling out your moonbags, you're accumulating your favorite projects through this strategy when it works out that way. And you're holding it and you're letting them ride. That's one way to trade. Of course, you're not taking advantage of all the profits. Now you can, but remember, you might have to have something to report then. But if you can hold on to this moonbag for at least a year, your tax rate is going to be a lot cheaper if you're in the U.S. than if it is if you sell the next month or two. I'm just throwing some ideas out there that may help you out. It's 19 for me. That's one for you, 19 for me. I'm the tax man. STX Stacks. Stacks rhymes with taxes. It really does. I'm not lying. Oh my God, what is going on? This is crazy talk. We can't deal with this. Cannot deal with all this noise. We got to back off, baby. She's already reached, well, she hadn't reached these crazy measure moves, but she's reached the other ones. That's too much. All right, so neckline, horizontal right there that we retested for a double bottom. I'm on the weekly chart here. We got the 200 moving average finally showing up on the weekly, and look how bullish that is, man. Look what's going on here. That top wick's kind of scary, but Bitcoin did that too. But look at this. 50 moving average, that's the blue line. Possibly, not quite yet. Looks like she's wanting to cross. She doesn't have to, though. They can fool you. She might just do this number and go down. As this yellow one's go, it can happen, so don't get too cocky. We got to see a cross of that, which we probably should, but don't get too cocky. We also got this 100, and now it's sandbagging us, and it's kind of pulling us down. It's the Debbie Downer of the situation. So, oh, you got to go right too high. You need to come back down and talk to me, and not leave me all alone. How rude. You never heard it say it? It says it all the time. 100 really got it. It needs therapy, really. So the weekly is still holding the 9, so I can't say anything bad about this yet. But as soon as you lose that 9 moving average, I am targeting this 21 and these lower areas here. So we could see stacks get a I don't want to see stacks go to $1. I don't want to see that. It could happen. I'm just saying it can happen. But hopefully this neckline that we hopefully flipped, maybe that will hold, and then we can just keep on going up like a good little boy. And that's just what I see just from right here. Let's see what else we got going on here. If I'm looking for trend lines, I'm drawing one right here. And not only am I doing that, I'm elongating it, and I'm going to see if we got any angle confluence, because I don't know. It's just part of what I do. To this top of this wick right here. Oh, look. Also a little confluence that it's got a reason to take a bounce here off that 9 moving average. Let's follow that in our back burner. Now, if you break back into this pattern or even below this line, baby, I'm automatically assuming you're coming right back here to 79.80 cents. And gosh darn it, I can't do nothing about it because mine are staked and earning me Bitcoin, which is a cool thing about stacks. If you take it over onto the stacks chain and stake it, you get paid in Bitcoin. Pretty sweet. So I'm in it to whatever it does, baby. I can't complain. She got rejected off the 618 Fibonacci. And we talked about that's where we are with Bitcoin right now. That's why we're all kind of, are you going up or going down? Because it looks like you're going to go down. Bitcoin might. We don't know for sure. We have to play it day by day. But that is definitely a good rejection off of that. If it bounces over here, I would expect it to come up to 260. That's how I hope it plays out, but there's no guarantees that will happen for dear old stacks right here. But 259, oh, I like that. I like that much better than what else we got going on. So looking for a possible, I got to see it. Let's color this orange. But if this doesn't hold, we're looking at 75 cents. So it's an if-then situation. They pumped us out of this channel. It's got a good chance to go parabolic if this holds. If we don't come back in this channel, we can do some serious damage. And I know it sounds crazy until that one day. I thought, oh my God, Stacks is $4.10. How did that happen? Wish I knew when I should have bought. $1.47 might be it. I'm just throwing that out there, baby. Check on you guys in the chat here again. Please, dear God, let my microphone be on. Joe says, first I wasn't liking AITECH, but I saw the website and then charged it. It looks interesting. Looks interesting, Joe. It was throwing me at first, but I see where it can pull a nice little swift move there. I'm going to go back and look at it after the stream and everything. Thanks for mentioning that. It's turned me on to it. Stray Guy, I want some pudding. Joe says, same, says, I love giving stuff for free, but people don't value free. Sadly, that is true. That is true. They value stuff with the that is true. It's only Tuesday. Hey, it should have been Taco Tuesday, shouldn't it? But yeah, that is true. People don't value free as much. Let's see. And I said we were going to take a look at AGIX, and I need to do that. I need to figure out a plan what I'm going to do here. Because this was the hype run with ChatGPT, and we saw those juicy prices, which I was in this thing at 4 cents, so I was very, very happy with that. But I would have expected her to at least come back up to 40 cents, but you know, between then, March, almost a year ago, and now, she didn't. Don't always get what you want, but you get what you need. So my previous errors were looking at 23, which I don't know. I'm on a weekly chart. I don't know when I put this out there. Probably did not hit that. Let's get rid of that. It looks like we are bouncing off this tooth. What? Yeah. Okay, that's a good sign. I'm taking this as meaning that accumulation may be over. We're bouncing off that 236 area, man. Remember, this is accumulation in my strategy. And of course, you can sell at 32, you can sell at 37, but when it gets up to around 42, I'm looking at maybe lightening my bags a little bit and spreading it out into some more AI projects. I looked at AGIX, and all I'm not seeing much coming. I'm seeing them do a lot. I'm seeing it turn more into a market pad and everything. And that's not bad, but there's some other AI tech that's actually doing some much cooler stuff, like BitTensor Tau. Loves a Tau. I just got mine over here staking, and then just slowly accumulates. And if she ever comes back down under $200, I'll add some more in there. So for me personally, I'm just kind of I'm looking at diversifying a little bit of, because you know, AGIX is one of my bigger bags. I'm sure it can do good, but there's just there's you know, there's some cost. There's a year where I could have played that. I mean, I did what I needed to do, but I could have played it a little bit differently too. If you get to 75 cents though, I will be happy. It's time to make the donuts. Alarm just went off. You need to draw the trend line. Draw that trend line. Mark it yellow so that I know what I'm talking about there. And yeah, I have to color code this stuff or I'll forget what everything means. So this is the weekly chart there, because the weekly will set you straight. Now, if you look on the daily, bounce off the 200 moving average. It's also bouncing off that accumulation zone 236 fib. It looks like she's headed to 42. About dang time. Yeah. Now what can we figure out? Trend line, trend line. Yeah, I'll rock that. I'll rock that. That's weird. Okay. So resistance or support, resistance, horizontal, diagonal support, resistance. I want my angles. I'm big on those angles, man. I want to keep those angles. Those angles mean a lot. It meant a lot to WD Gan, and it means a lot to me. I'm sticking with 42 cents right now. At 1, 2, it could go higher if we're doing some kind of weird alien wave, because the 3 wave should be a lot bigger than the 1 wave. So, how do you figure that out? One little trick is to do a fib extension if you want to get into all that silly stuff. One of those 3-point movements, low, high, put down to the next low, and then you target the 1618. Seems a little ballsy to me. So I'm just going to put the 127 because I'm partial to it. I'm biased to it. I like the numbers. It's got a good feeling to it. I can dance to it. I like the beat. I'm rocking with the 2.7, even though it probably shouldn't go there. I'm putting it there. And we'll just make it a game. Let's see. We'll color it different so I'll know it's on there as well. But it should on a wave 3 if that's what it's doing. If this is like a new... If we finish some kind of big ABC correction, it could be ABC, and then 1, 2, 3, and a pullback. Could be. But that's just Elliot talking, and Elliot likes to talk a big game sometimes. But then sometimes Elliot gets it right, so... Lately in this market, I've been using more Elliott wave theory than I think I have in a long time. My favorites is patterns, always will be. And even just this, taking it from a channel. Why do I need to go down and get a falling wedge when I got a channel that I can work at for a breakout target? Channel already told me we'd come up to the top. If we break out of that top, that's some confluence for that next area to be reached and maybe reach 58 cents. So let's keep our eye on AGIX. I'm starting to feel a little bit better about you now. I'm glad I looked at you because I've been kind of pissed at you for a while. I've been saying bad things about you behind your back. I've been putting insulation and itching powder in your sheets at night when you go to bed because I'm passive aggressive that way. Straighten up, AGIX. Scale on my radar. It's on Tokenmetrics radar too. It's a hot one on Tokenmetrics. It loves it. Says it's got a really good possibility as an investor coin for some up moves and some good gains. And from what I'm seeing here on the chart on the daily, I'm not going to disagree. I don't think I need this anymore. We're going to get rid of that guy. What? This drawing is it's alert. Well, I missed that. I don't think I'm in skill at all. Delete. Save this. Dude, I want you gone. I want that line gone. Just delete. All right. So this is our accumulation zone here. Also double bottom neckline. I don't know, why do you call them a double bottom? When you have a double bottoms thing going on here, and then you say a neckline, I immediately picture this very differently than a bottom situation. I just do, and I can't get that out of my head. And that's probably sharing too much information there. But flagging out, it's got a good chance to find support there and then come up and beat this target up here at 11.6, but why stop there? I mean, if you're getting that much juicy action for an uptrend. Let's go back to this last swing high here, which is also another target there at 30 cents. For those of you holding it in longer. I know that's a great little measure move target there, but for real, I'd be looking at this 382 at 13 cents. And of course, 17.6 cents can come into the picture, but mostly 21 cents. My personal opinion. You got to do what you want to do, man. I'm just telling you what I would do. This is not financial advice. This is just my crypto opinion, and you can tell me it sucks. I tell me it sucks all the time. I don't care. Rolls off my back like water because I was in sales for many years. So. Sticks and stones don't break my bones. All right, guys, that is the list that I've got. I think I've covered everything that I see in the chat. There it is now 11:49, so I'm still kind of on target here. I think I'm going to wrap it up with one more look at Bitcoin and make sure it hadn't pulled anything fast on us. You know how the biddies like to do. Let's go to the one that I actually trade here. What am I? This is on MEXC Perpetual Futures, just trying to see what's going on there. So she's just still doing the little thing there. I just track it. Honestly, when I'm sitting here on my own, sometimes my rule of the game is always go by your bigger time frames. Make your plans by the bigger time frames. I mean big, like weekly, daily. I mean, I don't care if you're just day trading. You need to know that stuff. That's going to influence your day. You need to be on top of that. Weekly, daily. Pick a 4 hour or 1 hour or something like that. Narrow it down. And just going through them top to bottom. Biggest one's a small one, give you an idea what's going on in the market, and then you can go down to the 6 minute, the 1 minute, 10-second chart, whatever. You need to see what's going on, and I see too many people out there, even one that came from our trade group. Joe, what's wrong with this guy? Always starting out on a 1 minute chart, 7 minute chart before looking at the bigger time frames, man. What's up with that? Anyway, I digress. I'm never going to mention anybody's name on here like that. Joe, man, it just tickles me that you're here, dude. It really does, man. Yeah, I wish you all the luck in the world. Anything that I can do to help you out on, I don't know what you coming into problems trying to use OCB or software and all this YouTube stuff. You got some questions, I'll help you out with what I can there. You need no training whatsoever in technical analysis, because he is it's a master. I'm telling you, man, check him out. You will learn from Joe. He's the man, and he's got a gift for it. He does. Bitcoin just doing what Bitcoin does. Looks like he's getting a bearish retest. Want to come down a little bit? You want to? Go ahead, do it, baby. I'm cool. We got some mixed signals here. High stochastics. Of course, I'm on the 6 minute. We're just fooling around here. Still remains what we want to see on Bitcoin. I got to see you get above 44,000 before I can really see you doing something big. I got to see you get up here to 43,650 just to confirm this possible inverted weird head and shoulders with this big freaky Gumby looking head that may break to the upside. It's what we're all hoping for, that this will turn out to be some kind of nasty bear trap that will just push us, excel us up to $48,000, $50,000, $52,000 for Bitcoin. But she's going to be slow, and I'm kind of predicting, just me throwing this out there, this is probably going to take more than a week to happen. So see if I'm right or wrong. I don't know. Watch it day by day, trade carefully, and don't let this market take your money. It's the best advice that I can give you. Keep God first in your life, because God will direct your path. He'll keep the nonsense out of your life. And that can wreck you in this market, in my personal opinion. God bless each and every one of you. Appreciate you being here, hanging out with me. See you again, maybe tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow night. Take care, everybody.
Come on, come here, bud. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth, was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable. Fade out of the ground, you ain't no one. You was star, blow it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you wish really was part your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets. Does your wifey know you're begging for my notice? Promise you're the same, running for the man.
We're on the 1 second chart, ladies and gentlemen. What will it do? Standard measure move says that we can go up right up here on the 1 second chart. The wild ballsy measure move, which may not be hit at all, says that we can actually come up to here. 42,934. What do you say, Bob? I think you're full of it, bro. But I got one bigger for you. Let's just go to the extreme of measured moves, and let's just make one up as we go. Let's put that one up there. Maybe it'll hit. Well, Chuck, I say just roll with it. Looks like we got a rejection coming in. Looks like we have lost this higher high area that we had for a retest. Now, you do know that when you do get a breakout of a falling wedge, there is about a 62% chance to actually come back to the breakout area. That might be a good place for someone to get in on this game if they're looking to jump in on the 1 second chart, which I will remind you will not mean anything for you tomorrow when you wake up.